So most people are in here slinging weights around with no regard for tension or how to maintain it. You're probably not going to optimize your growth. So Brandon's going to demonstrate a simple bicep curl, teaching you the function of bicep in 30 seconds or less. Super, super simple. First thing you got to remember is a dumbbell only exerts force straight down. So we actually, anytime we're doing a dumbbell curl and we're moving in this direction, so if Brandon were to start back here like a lot of people do, go ahead and move forward, just do this arm. The first direction of the dumbbell is in this direction, so there's actually no tension, right? Because the dumbbell only exerts force straight down unless he's moving fast. So we're going to have him start slightly in front. So your elbows are slightly in front of your shoulders and your wrists are slightly in front of your elbows. Perfect. Abs are tight, chest is tall. What I want you to do here, Brandon, before we even move on, I want you to think about squeezing your biceps. So that's engaging the working muscle first. He's going to squeeze the bicep first. Just create a little bit of tension there. If you can't do that, practice, learn. Go ahead, contract that, pull through without moving anything in the upper arm. And we're going to, at the top of the range, we're going to do what's called supination. He's going to try to turn his baby finger toward his shoulder without letting his body dip. So the natural tendency is to do this, but you're not actually changing anything, right? Okay, all the way to the bottom. And you're going to rotate, pronate. Good, come back up, engage this first, squeeze. Good, all the way to supinate, turn hard. Good, that's kind of the missing link in in what people do for biceps is they never really get that supination. You see a lot of people doing barbell curls with a easy curl bar. So it actually has them in a very neutral position, so very little stimulus for the bicep. You need to get the bicep that. So turning your palms toward the ceiling is what supination is. Let's try that again. Good, go up. Contract all the way so the forearm touches the bicep while supinating, turning the palm toward me. Come all the way down, and we know we're fully lengthened when we get to the bottom, and we do what? Boom, contract the tricep. Good, go ahead. The benefit of contracting the tricep does two things. It makes sure the muscle is fully lengthened, but it's also going to force more blood into the limb because we're engaging this muscle, which forces your body to say, hey, there's action going on here. Let's send more blood into the limb, which gives you the additional benefit of additional cell swelling. Good, when I'm doing this, I'm actually squeezing the hand, the forearm, and the tricep as well, right from the bottom, so I can actually squeeze and try to force as much blood into that limb as possible. Go ahead. Good. One thing you see a lot of people do is try to curl the dumbbell with the index finger and thumb. I want you to really think about squeezing with the baby finger. Good, so really grab it so that you make sure that dumbbell is actually turning. It's not your hand turning, it's not your body turning, it's actually the wrist. Go ahead. So actually turn that wrist. So nothing happens here. Notice this is locked in stone. What we do is we call lock it down, and Brandon's just turning that wrist. Awesome. Good. Engage the working muscle first. If you can't squeeze it here, chances are you're not going to really be engaging the muscle first. You're going to use something else for momentum. So it may take using a slightly lighter weight to learn how to engage it there. And then also, again, that supination at the top is going to be extremely valuable for engaging that muscle. And the key here is to, one of the terms they use is squeeze it like it owes you money. If Brandon can't, you notice that weight, he's actually got pretty great control at the top. Curl it all the way up. He's holding it right there, and he's not, and if he were to do this, you could hold it there all day, right? Because now the tension is not on his bicep. You see a lot of people doing that. So you want to keep it here, and you notice he's got awesome control. Okay, so amazing. So one thing that I want to point out, this is a good thing, this is a really good feature here. If 20 is becoming easier for you, but 25 pounds may be too heavy, there's actually a way to progress the load without having to change the weight. This is really cool stuff. So if you start on the outside, so if you push your hand to the inside of the dumbbell, and you curl this way, go ahead. So what you've just done, actually before Brandon goes, what you've just done is you've shifted a greater percentage of the dumbbell to the inside of the body. And now what he's going to do, he's going to have a harder time turning it, right? So there's a greater percentage of weight there. So when he supinates, it's going to be harder because there's a greater distance from the axis. Good, and as he fatigues it there, so what he's doing is putting additional strain on the supinating muscles, which is the bicep. Good, as he fatigues there, he's going to be able to slide his hand all the way to the other end of the dumbbell. And you'll notice, go ahead, curl it up. That'll actually make it a lot easier because now the weight is actually helping you. The majority of the weight is on this side of the hand, actually pulling you into supination. So it's almost assisting you. There's a great progression for you guys at home who maybe want to extend your set, want to extend your time under tension, which we know is one of the most highly correlated factors with growth, also one of the 6 essentials of exercise.